Hey guys, it's Jessie. Welcome back to my channel, and I cut my hair. If you guys missed the little vlog I kind of did about the day I chopped it all, I cut off 8 inches, I donated it, and it just feels so great, and so I'm really excited. I really like it. It's definitely a change, a little bit shorter than I originally intended, just so we could get that full length of 8 inches in order to donate it. And yeah, so I've really been liking that. So if you guys missed that little vlog and my spring capsule update, I will leave that linked below, so you guys can definitely check it out if you guys are interested. Otherwise, today's video is pretty straightforward. Like, all this week is going to have some book reviews that I'm very excited to share with you guys. They're all books that I really enjoyed and hope that you guys will too. And today's book is actually going to be released, I think, tomorrow on the 23rd. So I hope you guys will enjoy this review. Definitely have your interest piqued enough that you guys want to pick it up and read it, and then come back and chat with me, because I think this is just a really great read for this summer. It is just full of emotions, and I think it's, one that you guys are going to enjoy. So it is on Allie and Bee by Catherine Ryan Hyde. So if you guys don't know anything, Catherine actually wrote the book Pay It Forward. That was then turned into a movie, which I have seen the movie and never read anything by Catherine, and I'm a bit ashamed to say that because her writing is so fantastic. So this book, before I go too much further into her writing, because I want to talk about that a little bit more too, but before I do, this book, like I said, is full of emotions. So we open up with our main character, one of our main characters named Bee. She ends up getting scammed out of everything. Her husband has already passed, and so she pretty much is left with no other choice other than to pack up everything she has. She ends up living in her van with her cat and just hits the road, heads towards the coast. And that's where she kind of crosses paths with our other main character. So our other main character, as you could probably guess, is Allie, and she ends up in this group home, and she has a lot of scary situations that happen, so she ends up running away, and that's when she bumps into Bee on the road, and they, this unlikely pair of characters ends up just bonding and going on this adventure together, regardless of whether they originally intended to or not. So I thought this book was really heartwarming and really enjoyable. And like I said, the writing is really well done. I loved the descriptions of everything. I almost wanted more to happen in Oregon just because I love the Oregon coast, and I feel like they just drove straight through it and there wasn't much to it, but there was a bunch that happened in California and whatnot. So I think the descriptions of the places, the characters themselves were super well done, really rounded characters that I feel like you went on these roller coaster of emotions with them. You could really sympathize with them in certain situations. You can relate to them definitely. And on top of all that, I thought the pace of this book was great. It seemed a little bit daunting. I mean, it's not a huge book, but it's definitely thicker. And so I feel like right away I was already oh my gosh, this is going to take forever to read. And it really only took me 3 days or something. I mean, I just flew through this because I found it to be so effortlessly, I don't know, it was just a beautiful, well-written book. So love the characters, love the writing, the pace, the descriptions. It was enjoyable, it was heartwarming. And to go into our characters, I felt like Allie, even though she was a little naive or innocent, she was very kind and sweet. She was strong and, didn't, even though she was afraid of things and was definitely full of fear in certain situations, she handled herself really well. She just, never gave up. And I think that just made her so strong and really likable, in these situations that she was going through. I mean, like I said, they're really relatable. These feel like real life problems, and I think it makes you think. Bea, on the other hand, was a little bit more bitter. She was more rough around the edges. Getting to see her softened up by our other character, Allie, that was where the heartwarming part came in, because like I said, she's really tough, she's really bitter, and she was kind of just stubborn and stuck in her own ways, and Allie was able to open her up, get her to experience more, to feel more, and then watching them bond was just really great. Doesn't mean that this book wasn't depressing, because it was. There was, like I said, some scary situations that were also depressing, you know, Bee's husband died, she got scammed out of her money. Like, I mean, everything kind of just like snowballed for these characters, and they somehow still stuck together, like I said, whether they wanted to or not. So definitely read it, figure out what's happening there. But it was just depressing and heavy in places. You know, at times too, their options were pretty limited and they just had to deal with what they were given. And I thought in those situations, like I said, again, these were real life situations. You could find yourself in these positions, and some people already are in these positions. So I feel like it was kind of eye-opening. There are these real life struggles, there are hardships, and yet being able to see like beautiful and kind strangers open up, which I feel like so much of humanity is more guarded and all about ourselves these days. So I think being able to see the kindness of others act out and like help these characters was just really cool. You know, and I think when humanity is given the chance, occasionally they step up. They can be really kind, really nice, and helpful, especially in these tough and shocking situations. But, you know, not always. And so that's where I think this plays with a lot of issues, social issues happening, and how we regard them with different things going on in the economy and the world. And so like I said, it just made you think about certain things, whether if you were the kind stranger helping somebody out, or if you actually found yourself in this position, like what you'd be willing to do. So yes, it was definitely delightful. It was emotional. It was thought-provoking. I thought it was just a perfect, you know, kind of contemporary read in literary fiction. And I think one of the best parts about this whole book for me was just watching that relationship between Bee and Allie grow, because like I said, Bee was such a, you know, just a stinker, man, and she was just kind of rude. And then to see Allie kind of break down that wall and get through and really soften them up, and watching the two of them bond together and the relationship that they had built in all of this adversity, like, was just heartwarming. So I definitely enjoyed this book. I ended up giving this, I think, 4 stars. It is really good. The only thing keeping me from like a 5-star is just the fact that the pace was pretty slow and steady throughout the whole thing. It wasn't, you know, it didn't just take off, and like, I don't know, I just needed something a little bit more out of it. You know, I definitely enjoyed it. It just wasn't one that I'm going to constantly want to reread, or one that I'm going to find myself like nonstop thinking about forever. But I did enjoy it, and I'm going to be reading more of Catherine's writing for sure, because I absolutely loved the way that she had written this novel, and the characters and the places and everything. Everything just felt so real. Like I said, for like 100th time, it feels so real. And the characters and everything about it, the situations, I mean, it just makes you really stop to think that, holy crap, this could be real life. Like, I could bump into these people, listen to their problems, and it could legit be, you know, somebody's real story. So I feel like it did a great job making you open your eyes, experience things, and feel things. So definitely 4 stars. Like I said, it comes out on the 23rd. I hope you guys will check it out. It is really great, and I just want to say that the cover is freaking beautiful. I just love it. Makes me want to go to the ocean. I love it, love it, love it. It is so pretty. The text, the photo, the colors, all of it. So I'm such a sucker for a good cover, and this definitely lives up. You know, what's between the covers definitely lives up to the cover itself too. So it doesn't fall short is what I'm trying to say. But I hope you guys will give it a try. If you guys have any questions, or you guys have read one of Catherine's other books, I would love to know, so you guys can recommend another really good one for me and just leave it below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Wednesday with another review. It's going to be probably on everything, and I'm hoping that by the time this video comes out, I will have already seen the movie. So I'm probably going to do like kind of a combined like adaptation type one, where I talk about the book, what I thought about it, and then the movie and what I thought about it, and just kind of join those two together. So if you guys like that idea, comment below, let me know so I can make sure that happens, and I don't forget to do that. Otherwise, then on Friday, there's going to be another book review as well for No Good Deed. So if you guys are looking forward to any of these, please be sure to subscribe, hit the little bell icon, be notified the second one of these videos goes live. And yeah, I'm just excited. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you give this book a chance. the link below to pre-order, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye, you guys. I forgot to tell you guys something. One other little thing that I wanted to mention was the fact that I kind of touched on Allie and Bee's like relationship. So I just also wanted to say that, you know, just because somebody isn't like blood related to you doesn't mean that they can't be family, and I like that it touches upon this. I also like that it talks a little bit about like second chances, and Allie's relationship kind of getting renewed with her mother was really a nice touch as well towards the end. I almost feel like I needed just a teensy bit more at the end to see this all kind of wrap up so nicely, because it seemed like it was headed in that direction and I just really wanted to know for sure. But regardless, I liked it. I thought it was really great. And again, I hope you guys will check this one out. Okay, now that's officially all I have to say about this book. And now I'm just going to close out this video. Bye, you guys.